Bonjour, hello, I'm Madame Noel and I teach French at Las Cruces High School. I'm also the chair of Modern Languages. I'm here to present a bit about New Mexico's Bilingualism Biliteracy Seal. So first, a little inspiration. One language sets you in a corridor for life. Two languages open every door along the way. What is the Bilingual Biliteracy Seal? Well, it's a seal awarded by Las Cruces High School and the state of New Mexico in recognition of students who have obtained proficiency in two or more languages. What is proficiency? Proficiency is when you are able to express yourself in another language and you're able to be comprehensible or understood in most social and academic situations. We measure proficiency through reading, writing, listening, and speaking in that language. What can the seal do for you? Well, it would appear on your diploma as an embossed golden stamp, and it also would be on your high school transcript when you graduate high school. You also get some bling. You get a medal that you can wear and some cords after you have received your seal. It also makes you stand out because you can mention it on scholarship applications, your resume, applications for schools, or for jobs. It can also be another way for you to show off your skills and have more opportunities in your career and college goals. So, what sorts of careers are looking for speakers of multiple languages? These are just a few of those that are in really high demand right now, but you can actually pretty much take any career and make it applicable with your second or third languages. How do you earn your bilingual biliteracy seal? Well, there are four different options. You'll see here on this form the LOTE, L-O-T-E, that stands for Language Other Than English. So option one are tribal languages, indigenous languages. Option two, you would need credits and an assessment to fulfill option two, meaning you need 4 credits of a language. So for example, French 1, 2, 3, and AP, or Spanish 1, 2, 3, and AP. You would need to have received a C average or better in those credits, in those courses. And then you would also complete one assessment. And you can see several assessments listed there, but the one that we recommend for high school students at Las Cruces High is the AAPPL, which is the last one listed on that list. It's pronounced as the Apple assessment. That one is covered by the school district, and you can also take it here at Las Cruces High School. Another advantage to that test is that you get the results in January, February, or early March, depending on when you take the test. And then that's in time for you to receive your seal and award in April and graduate then in May. The AP exam could work, except that you take the AP exam in May, the results aren't released until July, and you've already graduated by then. So then everything has to be retroactively added, and you don't get to wear your bling at graduation. Option 3 includes credits, so 4 credits of the language, and instead of an assessment, you would create and put together a portfolio instead. So you would again need 4 units of the language and a portfolio. There are 2 components to the portfolio. There's a spoken component where you would speak for 10 minutes in the language other than English and English. So 5 minutes in English, 5 minutes in the language other than English. And then you would also assemble a portfolio of academic and personal written pieces. The fourth option is the portfolio and the assessment. So the assessment from option 2 with the portfolio from option 3 give us option 4. So for this one, you would need to assemble a portfolio, including the spoken component and the academic and personal written pieces component. And then you would need to pass successfully another exam in that language. Let's talk a little bit more about the portfolio. So the portfolio is scored out of 100 points. You need 70 out of 100 points in order to pass the portfolio component. Here is a list of the required academic pieces that you would need to provide, including 2 written samples of your work, 2 of your favorite assessments, and a study reflection, and then your mentor can help you put together your unofficial transcript. Notice the points here for each of those, right? And then also notice the LOT, which stands for, again, the language other than English. The personal pieces are comprised of artifacts, hobbies, extracurricular activities, and/or community service. You need to provide a minimum of 2, and those can be either in English or the language other than English. You would need to write additionally 2 reflection pieces, one about your life career goals and another in recognition of a teacher, staff member, or family member who has impacted your education. The second component to the portfolio is the interview and presentation. So you are to create a 10-minute presentation, 5 minutes in the language other than English and 5 minutes in English. Then the judges or the panel will ask you a reflection question, and you would answer that question then in the language other than English. Let's look at our timeline. So in November, if you are a senior especially, your application is due by November 16. Here is the link that will take you right to the application, or you can also email our International Welcome Center advisor, Mrs. Melendrez, at vsellers@lcps.net. In January and February, that's when seniors, you would take the APPLE exam if you're going to be fulfilling option 2 or option 4. Those 2 require that assessment. In March, you would present the portfolio. So the portfolio is for options 3 or 4, for students who pursue the bilingual seal using options 3 or 4. In April, the seals would be released and awarded in a ceremony, and then in May, seniors would graduate with your bilingual seal on your transcript and also on your diploma. Here are some frequently asked questions. Can I get the seal in more than one language? For example, French and Spanish. Yes, you can. And in fact, you could get the seal in many other languages, including the ones listed here. Talk to your world language teacher about specific options. Next, what if I read, write, and understand Spanish, but I'm not in a Spanish class? If you want to pursue the Bilingual Biliteracy Seal in Spanish, but you don't have the credit requirements, then you would have to do option 4, which means that you would take an exam to demonstrate proficiency, and you would assemble and present a portfolio. Lastly, why take both the APPLE exam and the AP exam? I talked about this a little already, but again, the APPLE exam would be taken in December through February, so you'd have the results in time for the award ceremony and your graduation. The AP exam results, they don't come out until July, after you've already graduated. The APPLE exam is also free for high school, Las Cruces High School students. How do you sign up? Here is the bit.ly link to sign up. This link will take you directly to a Google form that you would fill out. There's also a parent or guardian component. We need their consent as well, even if you're 18 or older. If you have questions, you can contact Ms. Melendrez, our International Welcome Center coordinator. Here is her email address. So thank you very much for your time and attention. I hope this was helpful. Feel free to reach out, and we encourage you to apply. Merci. Bye-bye. Au revoir.